Hello and welcome to Three Opponents Down!
Yes.
Alright, this is Grimworks Productions Destiny Podcast. I'm your host, Roman, aka Romantics, and to my right.
It's your boy Eric, aka Grim.
Skull Kid, aka John.
Always gotta be a little different. Big news for Destiny this week. Iron Banana is back.
Yay! Iron Banana!
Bananas have potassium.
That's right. And don't you
Not
ever
enough
forget
iron.
it. And by potassium, in Destiny, we mean light level. Because you're gonna get a lot of drops, and you know for damn sure it's gonna be higher than what you got.
Unless you're fucking up and you're using whatever you want to use. And then...
Yeah, try to use your highest light level. Tip 1 for Iron Banner.
Don't be Eric.
What do you mean?
Last time you were playing with your fucking Warlock, that was below standard light level. Like, you could have used all uncommons and had a higher light level than you were using.
No, that was the highest light level my Warlock had with all the stuff I had on there.
It was
Granted,
shit.
are you
Yeah.
telling me I could have moved stuff from my one character to another one? Sure, but then I'd lose it. And also, my vault's full, so I had to empty out a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I recently did the same thing. I was like, you know what? You have way too many of these silver dreaded machine guns from Iron Banner. I literally had 6 of them in my vault.
Yeah, I counted. I had 10 truce.
Jesus.
you,
Yeah,
don't, you don't need that many truce.
you know, every once
It's
in a while
hard
you
to
got to
handle.
do some spring cleaning in the winter for this game because
Huh.
it's limited and you really have to start making choices. So when it comes to Iron Banner, at least this Iron Banner, it is Clash. So
Yay, Clash.
you you get a fire team together, and we're gonna go over a few tips. First of all, if you can, have a squad of at least 3, and try to do as much as you can. Teamwork is key.
Because of the fact that it is Clash, it seems to be a little more chaotic. Without a goal for people to run towards, they're getting you from everywhere.
What I've realized because I haven't played too much. I'm gonna play more as the week goes on. Um, the thing that's I've noticed a lot is warriors are crazy now. And if you don't know what a warrior is, it is somebody that literally runs in a straight line with a shotgun, doesn't give a fuck, and tries to get you from max range.
That's my type of person right there. Yeah, go buck wild on them.
So it's if you want to counter that, if you're partial to hand cannons, use your last word and just back up while you're shooting. You're gonna get them every time. Also, fusion rifles. Make sure that you do use some fusion rifles on some of the smaller maps. I know that some of the larger maps are in rotation now, so
That is one thing I saw when we played for a little bit before this.
Mhm.
There was a lot of fucking snipers.
yeah. I mean, snipers are always the it's the largest secondary class next to
All I'm
shotguns.
saying is, why you need 5 snipers in your team?
And why y'all running together like bitches?
Exactly.
Were they winning?
No, the ones we played, we actually won. But
Oh.
still, it's a pain. They're not
I
very
mean-
good snipers, but it
Yeah.
sucks to
You're
try
like-
and.
Like, a
Catch
good
up.
sniper could have done it by himself. With them, it was 2 of them shooting you.
Well, that's the thing with Clash is there's really no like set rule. You can use whatever you want in Clash. It's whatever you're comfortable with, and a lot more people are comfortable with snipers. Even if they're not great with them, they still want to get better. You just got to keep using the weapons that you want to get better at.
My guess is they only used a sniper because that was the highest
If
light
you
level thing they had.
if you want to counter snipers, go ahead and use auto rifles, scout rifles, pulse rifles that can have what is it? The I can't remember the perk. Heavy rounds or high caliber rounds. There you go. Finally remembered that. High caliber rounds are always going to cause more flinch, so something to keep in mind for snipers in Clash, especially for Iron Banner. You have to win to get your rep up.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as I switched from my Zalo to the Clever Dragon,
Mhm.
I was wrecking booties.
Yeah, I mean,
I
Clever
was-
Dragon, you should try to get that as much as you can.
I was like that well hung black man in that room of white girls, and they were like, "Damn, Daddy, why?"
Anyways, when
John
it
saw
comes,
it. He knows
I
what's
saw
up.
you sucking.
Yeah, he saw them sucking. Oh, me sucking? No, no, no.
anyways, um, tip two for Iron Banner: always keep your light level high, because this is
That sounds like tip one.
no, tip one
Countering.
was
Highlight
no,
level.
no, no, it was teamwork and try to
Oh.
get a squad together.
Fair enough.
This is the official list. I had mentioned that before, but I didn't say what it was.
Gotcha. Tip one, teamwork.
Teamwork.
Tip two, highlight level.
Yeah, keep your light level as high as you can. Even if you're a lower light level, team up with some of your friends that are higher light level, just so that you can kind of even out the odds and you won't get too fucked up there.
Or team up with friends that are good.
That's true. Do that as well. That goes along with tip one. What's another tip for
Tip three.
Read the map.
True.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is people tend to just stick with whatever loadout for, they're comfortable with just that loadout. Switch it up for the map, use a sniper if you're comfortable with the sniper in a longer range map. What was it? Pantheon that has the two sniper lanes. You should know them by now. And I can't remember the other one. But switch it up.
Wow.
I mean, if anything's on Anomaly or a smaller stage like that, use a shotgun or use a fusion rifle. Don't be afraid to switch up your style when it comes to the maps. Don't get caught up in, I just want to use this and that's it.
Just make sure if you're close to winning and what you have equipped is in low light level stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just switch it up. Near the end, you're like, oh, we're about to win, or oh, we're about to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Switch that shit up. That way, at the end of it, you should get a good drop.
Yeah, you'll cash out with a good drop.
One thing I do want to say about Iron Banana, is you're gonna be getting 25 legendary marks per bounty that you turn in. So make sure that you have room, because you cap at 200.
Yes, make sure that you do have room, and we'll go over those bounties if you don't know what they are. Right now, it's Iron Marathon, Iron Light, Iron Arsenal, and Iron Support. They pretty much stay the same. You got to earn 100 points each, and
Yeah, I don't think those are ever gonna change anymore.
yeah, but you're gonna get 25 legendary marks. You're gonna get a legendary. You're gonna get two legendary weapons and two legendary gears in those four, and you're going to get 750 Iron Banner rep for each one that you cash in. One is for matches. The other one's for kills with grenades, like all your subclass, whatever that may be. And for your actual weapons, primary, special, heavy, and the other is assist kills of any kind or assist defense kind of
That's
thing.
usually the first one that you could get because I
Yeah.
assisted the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah, especially like with mine, I was the few games that I did play, I was just getting assist after assist because I was just so rusty. I hadn't played in about a week, so that does take a toll on you.
And one thing I do suggest is because of the fact that it is Clash, and like I said, there's no goal for people to run towards, like um, Rift or Capture the whatever
Control.
Use subclasses that have a few more than just like the one shot. Don't use Fist of Havoc when you're 50% of the time only going to get one kill with it. Maybe use your hammers so you can throw a couple of hammers at a couple of different places. Or Stormcaller where you can stay active for a little bit.
In total agreement. I mean, I use Voidwalker, but I do switch it up to Stormcaster, Stormcaller, whenever I do play Iron Banner, especially if it's Clash or Supremacy. I'll switch it up. Very few times I actually use Sunsinger, at least when I'm using my Warlock. But I mean, use whatever you're comfortable with, but don't be afraid to use your super.
That was tip 4. I was like,
yeah.
You get your super, you Use it.
Just use it. Even if it's gonna be that one kill, you're using, Fist of Havoc, anything like that. Any kill's a good kill, and
If they're dead and you're not.
you're they're dead, you're not perfectly phrased, because you can just run around. A perfect example: I was on Widow's Court, and the last play that I had was somebody coming up the stairs with they had blades on, and I just threw a Nova Bomb, got him. Another Warlock was gliding at me, just took him out with the
Hand cannon.
no, I was actually using a Hawksaw. Because again, since it's a bigger map, I want to get a lot more range with the pulse rifle, and got him down, and we were just one kill away from an actual win. So we lost it, but again, if I had maybe used that a little bit earlier, it could have changed the game. So don't be afraid to use your supers, whatever it is. They'll recharge, get more kills. They're gonna recharge no matter what.
Pick up that candy.
Pick up the candy. When somebody pops, you follow them and you team shot whatever they're not getting. If they fucking fall because they're just being team shotted, you team shot the other teams as well, the enemies. Any more tips that you can think of? Anything else?
Crouch.
Crouching does help, and I always heard, and I never really tried it just because I'm bad about remembering it, was when you're in an engagement, go ahead and crouch down, kind of like you're teabagging, just so that you're constantly moving your... Most of the time they're aiming for your head, so hopefully they'll miss a few shots and you'll win the gun battle. It's something that I always forget, but with a hand cannon I try to get for those 3 headshots so I can get them down quick. Anything else? Anything you want to say for Clash before we move on to some of the gear that's being given out?
No, none. That's pretty much covering it right there.
All right. And
try and travel outside the map. If you know where everybody's gonna kind of gang up in the middle, and there's gonna be the most chaos. And this is what I heard from one guy that we were randomly paired up, and he actually had a headset. That one time I actually did like 20 something, like a few single digit kills, like 4 or 5 deaths. He's like, "You're really good," and I'm like, "Nah, I'm just really lucky." But he said, "Well, check it out," and he showed me, you gotta veer off. If you know where the most confrontation's at, go around, flank. Simple as that. Flank the fuck out of everybody.
Make sure if you are gonna flank though, since Destiny is designed with a radar in mind, like a heavy radar in mind, it's always on. Make sure that you're fast. Make sure that you know how to cut corners, so that you can flank them as fast as possible, so that they don't turn around and team shot you.
Also, don't forget where the fucking stupid little walls are at.
Yeah.
I'm trying to back out and move out of stuff, and there I am, stuck to a little pebble, big old giant titan, just
stopped by a blade of grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And getting shot up the wazoo.
Yep. And hey, if you're listening to this and you need some help, or you just want to team up, go ahead and message us. Again, those names that we gave out: Romantic, Skull Kid, and Grim. Those are all our PSNs. Join us in for some matches. We're fine with that.
Grim has like a big X and a little X and a little L.
Mine's pretty simple. You can just put Romantics88 and...
How about you just join the clan? 3 opponents down.
That's another thing.
We need more friends.
We do need more friends.
This is why we're reaching out to you people out there in internet land. Why don't you love us?
But with Iron Banner, I've been drilling it in that you will get higher level gear and weapons, and I proved it by finally reaching level 400.
Da-da-da.
So I'm finally there. That's great. I do want to go over some of the items that are being sold at Ifrit. When you get your bounties, you can check them out.
Yeah.
We're gonna start off.
Tell her I said what's up.
I'm not gonna go through, the perk 1, perk 2.
Tell her I said just like the cute blonde girl in high school, she peaked. At 400.
Anyways, I'm not gonna go over perk one and perk two for a lot of these, just because they're
Gay.
whatever. No, they're not gay. They're just
Not important.
I mean, it's intellect, discipline, and strength is perk one, so it's gonna be a combination of those. Perk two is usually gonna be something with grenade distance or melee.
Distance.
So you're gonna figure that
I feel
out.
like it'll be mostly on Minions of Darkness.
Yes, things like that. So we don't have to go over that. The
Get to the
perk
juicy
three
stuff.
perk three is what we're gonna focus on, and your intellect discipline.
Yeah.
So for hunters, they do have the Iron Saga grips. There's an intellect discipline with a hand cannon loader, and a discipline strength with the auto rifle reloader. That's what I usually tend to go for, hand cannon reloaders, because I need faster reload times.
That's true. Hand
And-
cannons are like the slowest things to fucking
Yeah.
reload.
And then for Titans, it's Iron Saga Gauntlets, and one is, again, Intellect Discipline, Discipline Strength. That fucks with the mics, that's why.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
But the Intellect Discipline has a Scout Rifle Reloader, and the Discipline Strength for the Titan has Pulse Rifle. For Warlock, it's Iron Saga Gloves, Intellect Discipline, Discipline Strength, and Intellect Discipline has Scout Rifle, and Discipline Strength has Auto Rifle. Now, as for chest armor, it's the Iron Saga Vest for Hunter. Again, Intellect Discipline, Discipline Strength, but it also has, for these, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to have hand cannon ammo and shotgun ammo with solar recovery and solar armor for the first. For the second, it's hand cannon ammo and sniper ammo for arc. And then for Titan, it's Iron Saga Plate, Intellect Discipline with Scout and Snipe ammo, and arc armor. The second Discipline Strength is Hand Cannon Sniper with arc, so it's the same. Oh no, it's Hand Cannon Sniper, not Scout. And then for Warlock, Intellect Discipline, Scout, Sniper, arc, and Discipline Strength, Pulse, Shotgun, and Solar. As for the weapons, this is where it gets juicy, people.
That's the good part. To get to the weapons, it's like going to a stripper and be like, just show me your tits. We want to see tits. Ain't that right, John?
I concur.
Yeah.
We're in San Antonio, so you don't see bare breast. You see boob and a pasty.
That's not true. Sometimes they just rip it off if you give them enough money.
Come on and take
I ain't
it
giving her
off.
that much money.
Come on and take
It's
it
actually
off,
only like
baby,
$5
for
you gotta give 'em.
me. Oh, remember that it's rank 3. Just getting back on topic.
And I think this time we actually went pretty further without,
We
fucking
did.
up.
We did, except for your hung black man reference.
That was pertinent to the conversation.
I'm surprised that you used pertinent correctly.
It happens from time to time.
I'll be more surprised if we could spell it.
Pertinent. PERTITENT. Pertinent.
That was wrong.
I put so many T's in there.
Yes, you did.
Son of a bitch.
Pertinent.
Because I just thought this is a tit.
Anyways, always remember that your armor is going to be unlocked at rank 3, so that you can buy that at Ifrit. And if you don't have the rocket launcher, which is the Titanium Orchid,
I actually got that one. It's not good.
it's let's see how it goes, because it has aggressive launch, smart drift control, and heart launch for your launch types. I would suggest heart launch because I believe it increases your velocity. Perk 1, in the perk 1 slot, it's Javelin and Fitted Stock. You're going to want to use Javelin. Perk 2, it's Lightweight and, Flared Magwell. That's just a bad perk 2. If anything, I'd probably go with Flared Magwell just so you can have a faster reload, but it doesn't really matter. You know what? Go with Lightweight. It'll give you +2 agility. Boom, there you go.
You can move faster while you're carrying around that big thing.
But perk 3 is where it gets interesting because it has 2 of the ones that people like, which is Grenades and Horseshoe and Cluster Bomb.
Grenades and horseshoes, the one
it explodes in
Close to them.
proximity.
Yeah.
Yes. And then cluster bomb, it has a cluster bomb instead of
it's
just
like-
one big rocket. Yeah. So that rocket launcher is not the best, but it's at least fun to have. If you're a collector of shit, it's fun to have.
I got too many.
Now, rank 5, you're going to unlock what you should be aiming for, this Iron Banner.
The Clever Dragon?
No, it is the Blinding Blaze. It is your
The
scout,
hand-
your scout, your sidearm, actually.
Oh, I like that one. It's
What's
got a dagger.
up?
Yes, sir. So your sights are Iron Lordy sights. That's an awful sight name. Iron Warrior sight or Iron Vigor sights. I don't remember which one's which, but you may want to just go for either range or stability. More likely range. Perk 1, it has hand loaded and injection mode and mold. That is insane. Go with injection mold. It will.
That helps with the range, no?
I think that's stability. Because you're also going to have in perk 2 Snapfire and Flare Feather Mag. Go with Snapshot so you can aim in quicker. And perk 3 is going to be Rangefinder and Cascade. So you're going to want to go with Rangefinder on that.
Of course.
So when you do reach rank 5, go ahead and do that. Now remember, since if you do have 3 characters, you get 4 bounties each. That's 250 mark? No, 300 marks.
Yeah, I was like, where are you going?
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with it, but 300 marks altogether. Make sure it's not maxed out.
That's a lot of marks.
So you can actually buy your gun with 1 bounty, and then go ahead and switch to your character, and get all your other bounties, get the guns that you want for them, or
I would go
what
with
have you.
material. If not material, then factions. Go with the faction guns.
Some of them, it depends on what faction you're going with.
True.
But maybe that's
True.
for another episode.
Yeah,
I think we covered Iron Banner as well as we could. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe to the Grimworks. Also, the day that this drops, you'll also know that there is a Thursday review, so go ahead and look at that.
Zer.
Let's just see what old Tentacle Face has in store for the weekend.
Don't forget to pop your 3s in banner. That's
Tip 7 or something. I lost count of what tips it was.
too many tips makes loose hips. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Either way, if you do want to,
He
if you do want to contribute to the podcast in any way, again, comment below or send us an email at citypod88@gmail.com.
Citypod88@gmail.com.
There you go. John, looks like you want to say something, or either that or you're dying.
I'm dying.
Okay.
But send nudes. What's up?
Yeah, dudes, send nudes. Send nudes.
Yeah. Dudes. Dude nudes.
I like to see some man tit.
Yeah.
And it's all its
Put a
fairy
pasty
glory.
on it. The first picture you send, put a pasty. Second, remove it.
Yeah,
Slowly.
Uncensor that shit.
But either way, I think that wraps up.
Quick question though.
Mhm.
Would you go to a strip club even though they had pasties, but they were like the faces of Destiny characters? Like, here comes Shakira. It's like Lord Shaxx on them titties.
I would laugh my ass off. Yes, I'll definitely go.
People, leave a comment. Would you go to a video game themed stripper night? They don't practice that day.
That's true. They never do anything.
That's when you
in
go
there.
for the steak.
Yeah.
Mediocre steak.
But
Steaks.
I think that's it for 3 opponents down. I'm not gonna do that again. I only have 1 in me, baby. That's it.
That's what she said.
She lied.
Yeah.
That's what she said, and I was like, why are we talking about this while we're doing it?
Because if you're not laughing while you're doing it wrong.
That's true.
Either way,
That's true.
we're gonna wrap it up the way that we always do.
See you at the tower.